Thanks for staying with us on Good Morning Nigeria. We are still discussing dialogue, the panacea for conflict resolution, and we still have our guest here in the studio. But before we went on that short break, Dr. Noja, you were speaking on the conflict resolution and the need for us not to have what's it called, justice, introduced in this matter. Can you just quickly complete your thought on it?
Yes, I mentioned earlier that it won't even get to the court or the judiciary, so it is needless at this point. We're not anticipating that our security agencies are going to engage the protesters with the use of force. There are other diplomatic means that they are going to use, having in mind that already most of these groups have pulled out from the protest. So we may not see protesters as it was speculated anymore, because the leadership of these groups are all pulled out, and some miscreants or hooligans could take advantage, even bandits could take advantage of even using this protest as a means of perpetrating evil. So whoever we are seeing on the street of Abuja or across the state could be even bandits. And so we call on our intelligence agencies, our intelligence community, the Department of State Security Services, and also the NI, and especially the police should engage the natives, because the best of intelligence lies with the natives. So they should go to where the natives are concentrated to get their intelligence within this short period, because some persons have already planned how to attack some places. Because you see, from the last NSAS protest, you recall that while the protesters are still on the street, some others are already looting factories and vandalizing national assets. So already they are disappointed by the announcement of the withdrawal from the protest, and so they may still want to go ahead to perpetrate this evil. And so the police and all security agencies should be on a watch out. And I don't think they are going to take it lightly, because they are going to hide under the disguise of protest to do this. And eventually, if they are caught, they will come out as protesters. So on which umbrella are they protesting for? And like someone mentioned, they can come as a single man protest, but I think it should be well defined to avoid ambiguities. So I will conclude by saying that peace is achievable if we can come up on a round table. And in the instance of dialogue, in this concept of dialogue, we must adopt a dialogue system, or a situations of understanding. Because if they have an understanding, and I believe that some of the groups that have pulled out from this protest is because of the understanding of what they have been able to achieve within the short period, or the shortest period of the pronouncement of this protest.
Okay.
Having in mind that government have taken them into consideration and churning out programs to calm down the tension. And so Nigerians should rather, opt for other opportunities, engaging the National Assembly leadership and institutions to get positive outcomes of this whole thing, instead of engaging on street protests, which we all
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Onoja. Now, Dr. Mamale, let me get back to you. Just like you said, that peace is achievable. So how can the protesters' demands now, be balanced with the need to maintain law and order and ensure that there is public safety?
Thank you very much. I think we need to make certain things very clear. The right of Nigerians, whether as organized group or as individuals or even informal groups, to express their opinion through public procession is undeniable. So we need to understand this very clear. So if anybody wants to come out, it's his fundamental right. But what we are saying is, let it be in a manner, one, does not obstruct the rights of other Nigerians, that does not infringe or does not damage any public or personal property, and that is not inimical to the economy and stability of the country. I think these are fundamental things. Secondly, both the civil institutions and the security institutions should not deny any Nigerian from carrying out his constitutional right. So if some people come out to demonstrate or to protest, they need to be protected. They should be given safe spaces to protest and to express their opinions. But for those people that want to do it, we are urging them also to have very clear demands and to present a clear leadership that can form the basis of engagement, to negotiate their demands and wishes in such a way that we can come to a win-win outcome that will come out of this process. This, I think we need to make it, in my own opinion, and in my understanding, that is it. Now, you mentioned a very important issue. Assuming they do not go for public protests, and we should not doubt the integrity of these people that are trying to express their opinion through protest. We should not ascribe them as inferior Nigerians or as criminal groups. They may be very patriotic young Nigerians and even elders. So we should give them that benefit of doubt. If there are any miscreants that go out of their way to begin to cause public disorder or social disorder, of course, the security agencies should act appropriately using the right rules of engagement without being high-handed, without being carrying out extrajudicial processes, but they should act in accordance with the law. And you also mentioned the role of the judiciary. Of course, there is no any national issue where we can say the judiciary have no role. The judiciary have fundamental role because they are the protectors of the rights of citizens. They are the interpreters of the content of the law. They are the ones that will interpret the Constitution based on the, the key provisions. So the judiciary has an important role. So if there is any group that want to come and protest and they are denied their right to protest, they should not act otherwise. They should approach the courts. And they should clearly, with a clear, because if you go to court, you cannot go as a faceless individual. So that will unmask them, in fact, if they wanted to be faceless. So they should approach the courts, present their demands, and present what they need. And I believe the judicial system has adequate knowledge and experience to be able to see and assess the genuineness of their case and to adjudicate and allow them to have their protest. But there are other options. For example, I will urge the leadership of some of these organizations that still want to go and protest. One, to engage the media. Come to the NTA. Ask the NTA to give you a platform to present your demands, which will be aired to the entire nation. Or you go to other alternative news channels, TVC channels,
Arise and the likes of that.
Arise, AIT, all of this. And the radio stations, the FRC and all of them, all over the country. Engage them. Engage the Nigerian Union of Journalists. Engage the Guild of Editors. Sit together in a round table, present your demands to the Nigerian government. And even give a time frame. Say that after the next 1-2 months, we want this is our roadmap for engagements within the next 2-3 months, so that we can contribute to the policy debates in the country. And then we can come out with more robust policies that will integrate our own needs and our own perspectives. That is one. Two, there are many other public institutions that have been set up at the national level and at the subnational level. For example, for myself, I will urge and appeal to all of these youth groups that are in Kaduna State and who feel there are some of these issues. They should come to the Kaduna State Peace Commission. That is why the government has created us. We have very broad engagement platforms. We are welcoming them to come. Let's sit in a round table. In fact, let us go to Ahmadu Bello Stadium, if that's what you want, with the Kaduna State Peace Commission. Presents all of these issues to us. We assure them that we will take it up the administration of Kaduna State. And we have a very listening governor, Governor Bassani. And we will put this forward. And I believe in many other states, like Plateau, like Benue, like Imo, we have state peace commissions that are charged with some of these duties and responsibilities. And at the national level, there are other platforms. The National Orientation Agency is
Yes,
there,
yeah.
with offices in every local government. So let's exploit these opportunities that have been created. And there are, of course, there are others like the National Human Rights Commission, you know, that is also doing a lot where you feel some of your fundamental rights are infringed. You approach some of this. Then we also have the Public Complaints Commission. So all of these institutions are available to these young Nigerians. And of course, we should not ignore our representatives.
All right.
From the councillors, the local government chairmen that have been given autonomy now and can address many of these grievances, members in the State House of Assembly, and the national representatives. And of course, I will end up with this. I appeal to our members of the National Assembly, the Senate, members of the House of Representatives, members of the House of Assembly, to go back to their constituencies and call the young people, call their constituents, dialogue, discuss, and bring it back for
All right.
discourse at the national level.
Thank you very much, Dr. Momale. We have just moments to end this conversation. So let's get Dr. Onoja to round off his thoughts on this program. But then, how should government behave going forward? Bearing in mind that demands, Dr. Momale kept saying that demands should be clear, but I think the demands are clear, they are out there. So what should government do going forward to ensure that, one, we do not have another of such threats to protest? One, and that there will be no need, as a matter of fact, to have this kind of, what do you say now, disagreements that could lead to something like this.
Well, you see, with a country of over 200 million populated people, of course, you should expect grievances, and also you should respect demands always. But if there are clear engagements from the grassroots, which Doctor mentioned about, from the grassroots level down to the state and the national, I think it makes it very easy for government to give to the people the dividends of democracy. If, for instance, all that have been done in the past 1 week, 2 weeks, were done before now, at least if crude oil is sold, sell at maybe 150 per litre or 100 naira per litre today, or the cost of living, if an average Nigerian is having 100,000 or 200,000 naira, and if dollar rates, if policies comes to rate to level where dollar is not taken to 1.5 or all about, maybe dollar is equivalent to 150 per naira, we will not be talking about all of this that is coming today. And so it is about giving to the people the rights of the people and giving to the people what belongs to the people. And just like Doctor have already reiterated, I can't say here that the national, at the federal government, at the federal level, we do all. It has to start from the local government to the state and then to the federal government. Okay. But then, one thing quickly I want to mention is that I did not, ab initio said, the judiciary do not have a role. All I'm trying to say that the situation will not escalate to the level where judiciary will be involved in the whole thing. So let Nigerians keep hope alive. And then with the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I believe that Nigerians will be expecting more of these programs that will give the average Nigerians the hope to live in Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Dr. Onoja.
Dr. Jonathan Onoja, security expert and public affairs analyst, we thank you very much for coming on Good Morning Nigeria. Let's also thank Dr. Salim Omale, Executive Vice Chairman, Kaduna State Peace Commission. It's been a pleasure hosting you here in Abuja at this time around.
Thank you very much. As we reach Nigerians, we're very happy.
All right. And I think our director has something to show us about what the street looks like just before we go. Okay. The streets are just free.
Peaceful.
And for those who dare to get on the road, I'm sure they will enjoy driving on a day like this. There's no traffic anywhere. The road is free. It looks peaceful and tranquil.
From the Nigerian as though you're ending up your program a little bit hold up because of the checkpoints and all of that.
Okay, just like you said earlier. All right. Thank you.
That's Good Morning Nigeria. We thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow is another day. I won't be here. But we'll see you again some other time. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Demola Adeoye, thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow. Have a good day.